So who will be where, we really don't know. So the good relationship need to be present, that is through human resource management. To recruit somebody and to place them in a particular place and give them a lot of training, we require HRM. Personnel management was equivalent to human resource management, but now personnel management is outdated. Human resource management is something in the 21st century. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students for the second session of the first chapter, that is Introduction to Human Resource Management. Now here in this first unit, what exactly we are supposed to learn, I'll just give you a recap what all we have learned already. We went with the meaning of human resource management, definition. Also, we have gone through, that is according to Flippo, what exactly human resource management is. Then we went little further about the importance, the objectives, the need of human resource management. Today, we'll go with one more topic, and that is the need for human resource management in detail. Now, what exactly the need of human resource management is, why we go with the need and importance of human resource management. Now here, when we go with it, we need to understand only when we have a good human resource management, the relation, that is the industrial relation, will also be very good. Just to attain that good industrial relationships, we need human resource management. So the first thing is good IR, industrial relations. So here IR is actually a different topic which we need to take a little extra time to learn. What is industrial relations? So what exactly IR is all about? So I'll give you an example here. We have this kind of a relationship, that is employer need to have good relation with the employers of other companies. Same way here, our employer should have good relationship with the employees of the same company. Meanwhile, what happens is, here also there is, say example, there is a company. The employer need to have good relationship between the employees of all the A company. The employer of B company, let's go with this as B company, need to have good relation with the employees of B company. In the meanwhile, guys, the A company employer need to have good relationship between the B company employer. So these people need to have good relationship. Meanwhile, these employees need to have good relationship. Meanwhile, the last one, these employees should also have good relationship. That means what? We don't know, right? What's gonna happen? So who will be where, we really don't know. So the good relationship need to be present, that is through human resource management. Create organizational commitment. So whenever we have the organization commitment, what usually happens is we need to go back to the first session itself. That is, the objective of human resource management is what? Organizational objective is there, personal objective is there, societal objective is there. Same way, when we have this objectives, that will create an organizational commitment. That is, we will work for the organization, plus organization will also work for us. Next, meeting with changing environment. Here, changing environment in the sense, we know that the business is dynamic in nature, the process is also dynamic in nature, plus it is continuous. So whenever there is a change, we need to get into the change. We need to make sure that the contingency is what we are supposed to get adapted to it, and that is the need of human resource management. Say example, now we used to go with chalk and talk, isn't it? Before COVID, it was only chalk and talk. Whatever the offline classes which you were supposed to view, or you were supposed to actually go with it, what used to happen is you are going to the college daily. The lecturer used to teach you, you are supposed to write down everything in the notebook, and then you used to come. But what happened after COVID is it's all online classes, and now you don't need to write everything in your notebook. The faculty will not go with the chalk and talk anymore, and The faculty will not get only their student. Now example, see, my classes, if you go with it, more than 2 lakh students are watching, but the reality is what? They're not writing it. They have the PDF format. So that is what it does. The changing environment is there. We need to get adjusted to it. That is how it is. Change in political philosophy, even when politics changes, we are supposed to have that kind of a thing, and we need to also change with it. Enhance pressure on employees. See, whenever human resource management is there, please understand, all the days are not the same way. Sometimes we get overworked, sometimes we get less work. But the need of HRM is what? We should not take stress, we should not take anxiety, we should not get depressed. That is what the thing is about human resource management. So HRM will enhance what? Pressure on employees is what? It is lesser. So there is no burden for the employees. Meeting research and development requirements. See, every time we are supposed to get into something called training and development. Every time we are supposed to understand that we need to grow. So how will you grow? Only when you get this research and the developments. Only then you will actually know that what exactly work you are supposed to go with it. So these are the needs, and you will be getting this for 10 marks. Next is importance of human resource management. Now here the importance, very simple, I'm gonna tell you why we need the HRM. If you understand why we need HRM, you will get to know the importance of HRM. The first thing is to recruit somebody and to place them in a particular place and give them a lot of training, we require HRM. So any person who is a fresher who joins a company, what happens is he should be getting a job. The minute he get a job, what exactly job he should do, we are supposed to tell him, and then he should get it done efficiently and effectively. So we give him proper training. It can be on the job training or off the job training. Second is performance appraisal. After he is good, now he is doing really good, isn't it? So when he is doing really good, what is that you are supposed to do? You need to appreciate him for whatever he is doing it. So his performance will also enhance, plus the appraisal should also come. It should be like hand to hand. The more he is working, the more we are supposed to give him the benefits. Next is maintaining the work atmosphere. So when we go with these two things, the work atmosphere is very healthy. It's very healthy. Next is managing disputes. So in every organization, if we consider human as a resource, they're all what? Heterogeneous. When they're heterogeneous, some or the other problem gonna happen. See, where human is, there should be mistakes. Where human is, there should be a fight. Where human is, there should be friendship. Where human is, there should be enmity, right? So this is what happens, where we need to understand through human resource management, we can maintain the work atmosphere, plus we should also resolve the small disputes, manage disputes, any kind of a thing is that we are supposed to neglect it and then move forward. That is what the maturity level you people will get when you understand more of human resource management. You will not crib about small mistakes. Next is developing public relations. See, that is what we are. Human is a social animal. When I say human is a social animal, I always tell us human is not a social animal, he is a social being. When we go with this social being, what happens is we need to have a strong public relations, right? What is that societal aspects we are covering in our CSR? There is something called corporate social responsibility, which you people have seen. I'll just tell you what exactly it is. So it is mandatory that anybody who earns more than 1,000 crores, that person need to give 2% of their profit to the public. So here you would have seen so many boards saying that this bus stand is actually sponsored by Infosys. This street light is sponsored by Thought Focus. These kind of electric goods are given by Tata Motors. So what exactly it is? This is where the public relation will be there within the company as well as the public at the large. So public will recognize what are the good things the company is doing for the society. So being a person in the HR, you are supposed to go for what? Development of public relations, so that the standard of living of public plus the goodwill of a company will also increase. Next is functions of human resource management. Yesterday I told you about this, the functions of human resource management. There are two types of differences. The first thing here is called managing. When I go with managing, what happens is, we have seen that the management, right, human resource management, what is it? The functions of human resource management and the functions of management both are same. Managerial functions like planning, then we have organizing, then after planning, organizing, we have staffing, then comes directing, and the last is called controlling. And the integral part of these functions, we have something called communication, and coordination. So all these are what the managerial functions of human resource management. See, where human resource management is there, planning need to happen. You need to organize what exactly your people need to do it. You need to have right person at the right place at the right time given. Directing, you need to motivate and guide people what they are exactly supposed to do. Controlling, comparing actual performance with standard performance. If any deviation is there, you need to rectify that. That is controlling. And for going forward, you need to have proper communication. You should also have what? Coordination. That entire setup is called the managerial functions of human resource management. Second is operative functions. Now in operative function, what happens is, we broadly classify this personnel. When I go with this personnel, the meaning of personnel is staff. You need to take care of your staff. That is called operative function. Now here, managerial function, we have gone with it. The first one is planning, organizing and organization, both the same. Staffing, directing, controlling. Then we have the operative function, that is procurement of personnel. See the word personnel. Personnel means what? Staff. Procurement means you are supposed to have your staff. You need to take your staff. You need to recruit your staff. You need to select your staff. Then development of personnel, give them more training. Compensation to personnel, they are working, you are supposed to compensate. Maintaining good industrial relations. See, that need of human resource management is what? To have a good human resource management. That means you should have good industrial relations. Record keeping. See, this is a very good point called record keeping. You are supposed to write down what the employees are doing it, how much they are achieving the target, what is the payment they are getting. So everything you are supposed to take into consideration for their hike, for their promotion, for their demotion, for their getting exit from the company. So all these are what you are supposed to have a record, proper record. And now people are recording everything in MIS format, that is management information system format. And the last one is personal planning and evaluation. See, because of record keeping, you can actually enhance how the person is, whether he is really doing good, is he capable of taking more risk, more kind of a sales, can he do it? That is why you are supposed to go for a proper planning. There is a career planning. What type of planning? Career planning. Career planning and evaluating that person, that how well that person is. Now in personnel management, here what happens is, the first one, personnel itself means staff. Staff management is called personnel management. Can be defined as obtaining, using and maintaining a satisfied workforce. It is significantly part of management concern. So you are supposed to know that whichever employee is working, he is working for the organization. When he is working for the organization should take care of that person. Plus, management concerned with employees at work and with the relationship within the organization. They need to take care of the person throughout his working time. According to Flippo, personal management two is the planning, organizing, compensation, integration, and maintenance of people for the purpose of contributing to organizational, individual, and societal goals. The same definition Flippo has given it for human resource management, because when he gave it, personal management was equivalent to human resource management, but now personal management is outdated. Human resource management is something in the 21st century. Next, difference between HRM and PM. Let me just tell you here, students, you will get this question for 10 marks. So I've given you the basis here. I've given personal management and here human resource. The first meaning, let's understand. The aspect of management that is concerned with workforce and their relationship with the entity. That's it. Entity in the sense organization. The branch of management that focuses on most effective use of the managed power, that is the manpower of an entity, to achieve the organizational goal is known as human resource management. So here they only work, here they maintain it. Next here, approach. PM is what? Traditional, and HRM is modern. Treatment of manpower is what? They only treat them as machines or tools, but here HRM, they treat them as assets of a company. That's what. PM is all traditional. Human resource is the modern. That is what it is. Now, PM is outdated. HRM is the new concept. Next type of function, that is PM is a routine function. But when it comes to the HRM, it is a strategic function. That's why now the famous topics are SHRM. Strategic Human Resource Management. If any of you wants to do MBA, please take up SHRM in the post-graduation diploma courses or post-graduation diploma management in a B school. You will definitely get a lot of opportunity, because now everything is what? Not just HRM. Now HRM is also outdated. The new concept is what? SHRM, Strategic Human Resource Management. Now basis of pay, here what happens is, because of job evaluation they get paid. Here performance evaluation happens. See, it is not just about I work and I get paid. It is all about how do I work, how efficient I work, and then I'll be getting paid. That is what HRM is all about. Next is management role. Here, transactional behavior will happen in performance, personal management, and transformational will happen in human resource management. From negative to positive, you completely change yourself, because you are getting more incentives. You will get more targets, you will get more sales, you will get more benefits. So what happens is, you will work really hard in human resource management. Now, how communication happens from the top level to the bottom level? Here it is all about indirect, but in HRM, everyone are treated equal. They'll go with direct communication. Now, when we go with this labor management, please do understand, in personal management, what happens is, collective bargaining and the contracts happen, but here individual contracts will happen. When I say collective bargaining, it is like the entire group comes and then they bargain with him. The employer will ask what exactly they are supposed to do. But here in human resource management, the employer gonna call each and every person individually and they'll take care of that person. Initiatives, here it is piecemeal and here it is integrated. Management actions, this is procedures they are supposed to follow. Here business needs, how the business is, we change according to the situation. Decision making in PM is very slow, but when it comes to human resource management, it is very fast, because you will get more authority as well as responsibility. Next here, job design. This job design, you are supposed to go back to Henry Fayol 14 principle. The first principle was what? Division of labor. That is how the performance of the personal management will happen. But when it comes to the human resource, it's all about what? Groups and team. That's why you have something called the group leader or the team leader in human resource management. But here in personal management, what happens is, you will only have something called as the division of labor. Focus is what exactly they focus primarily on activities like employees hiring, remuneration, training and harmony is what they only check. But here, treat manpower of the organization has valued assets to be valued, used, and preserved. So it is not like use and throw policy. It is always about you enhance their capacity as well as capability. Next is process of human resource management. As I told you in the last class itself, human resource management becomes a process, and that too, what type of a process? It is a continuous process. So when it comes to the continuous process, here I'll just give you a draft how exactly the process happens. Say the process, yesterday we went with the same kind of an example how the process happens. You recruit, you give them something called the selection process will take place. After selection, induction as well as orientation will happen. Then you will go with training and development. Then you will go with performance appraisal, or else you will go with compensation. The same way, why we do is we go with something called selecting right person for a right job. So that's the reason we go with selection process or human resource process. So here when we go with the human resource process, all the people, whoever are good, whom are we supposed to hire? Should we hire this person? Should we hire this person? Or him or him or him? If this boss is in confusion, so human resource management will actually explain how we go with it. The first one is recruitment, selection, hiring the person after selection, training and development, performance appraisal, remuneration. You are supposed to give him good fair remuneration to employees and benefits. Employee relations should enhance. So these are what the process of human resource management. Role of HR manager. See, this will come for 10 marks. You may get a question of difference between human resource management or personnel management, or you may get this question called as list out the role of HR manager. So the role of HR manager is what? He need to do something called HRP, human resource planning. He need to analyze the job, how the job is to be done. He should design the job, how the job need to be done. He will decide plus how it should be done. Hiring the candidate to right person for a right place, giving training and development, designing workplace policy, how the workplace should be, monitor the performances where there is a dip in the performances, we need to train them, we need to help them, we need to motivate them, maintaining work culture, the cultures in the industry or in the organization, in the company, it should not go against the organization. That's why you are supposed to maintain it. Resolve conflicts. See, conflicts will happen. The only thing is we need to resolve it. Ensure health and safety of employee and reward and incentive. See, reward and incentives should go hand to hand. They are working really good. You need to recognize them. Just the recognition is good for some extent, right? After recognition, you are supposed to reward them. Rewarding is also good, but after that, you are supposed to give them more incentives, more benefits, more performance appraisals. Next, trend influencing HR practice. What are the trends which will influence the HR practice? The first thing is globalization. See, we always compare, right? If I work in India, how much will I get? If I work in US, how much will I get? If I work in Bhutan, how much I'll get? If I work in England, how much will I? So that is a factor. The factor is what? Globalization and its implication. Second is workforce diversity. Workforce diversity. Changing skill requirements. Right now, no, guys, you need to understand your skills should pay your bills. So this is a very clear statement. If you have good skills and that is paying your bills, you need to enhance more of the same skills and you need to update it, right? And you should be the master of it, like self-actualization in the skills which you are practicing. Next, corporate downsizing. If there is something called downsizing has happened, it is also a trend which will affect human resource practice. Continuous improvement programs, you are supposed to have proper training and development. You are supposed to always update in the present as well as in the future. Contingent workforce, contingent means act according to situation. How situation is that, you are supposed to get acquainted with that. Decentralized work sites, so whichever there is a centralization, now you are supposed to give powers to your subordinates and make it decentralization, so that the work will happen very fast, decisions can be taken very easily, as well as the authority will be distributed. And the last one is employee involvement. Now, trend influencing the HR practice, it is all about dependent on what? About the employee's involvement, whether he really wants to do all these things. Does he really wants to work? That is what it is, the involvement of employee. So any doubts regarding these sessions, please do call us. We're always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you. Thank you.